All right, I'm out here in California, and Claas is getting ready to introduce something big. I don't know what it is yet, but we're soon to find out. But first, I was happy that Claas invited me out to California for a new product launch. I flew out here, checked in the hotel, got on a charter bus, and we are now heading out for the launch. And I think it's about showtime.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight I get the honor of kicking things off right here in Visalia, California. We've all been looking forward to this moment. This is a global launch of the new Jaguar 1000 series. And where else but here in the United States, our largest market. It's fantastic to see so many familiar faces and so many new ones. Thank you all for taking the time to be here with us. Today isn't just another product launch. It's about introducing a machine that reflects the best of both worlds. And that's your real-world experience and Claas engineering excellence. This new Jaguar wasn't developed behind closed doors. It was built with your input, your feedback, and your needs in mind every step of the way. Because you're the ones who know what it takes to get the job done. This evening, we have a great agenda. We've got Katrina Claas Muhlhauser, who will share the story behind Claas and why this family business continues to stand behind farmers, custom harvesters, and even dealers like you. And after that, Eric Gravy will take you deeper into how Claas is growing and investing right here in North America. From there, it's time to get up close and personal with the Claas product family, including, of course, the new Jaguar. And stick around, because before the evening's over, you're going to see some serious horsepower on display. Made for More isn't just a brand slogan. It's really a mindset. It's about going the extra mile, about delivering better solutions and services, from powerful machines to smart digital tools and strong after-sales support. And those don't just meet expectations, but they need to exceed them. Claas products are made for farming families and operations just like yours. We support every generation now and in the future. Because Made for More isn't just about machines, it's about the people behind them, your family, the Claas family, growing closer together and stronger. It's about our shared commitment, more power, more precision, more uptime, and ultimately, more trust. Before we dive into the machines, technology, and what's next for Claas, let's start with something bigger. This is about who we are. This is about where we've come from and where we're going together with you. Our story and your story, one shared mission. And that's enabling farmers to be the best in their fields. So now, let's take a close look at what drives us all.
We've been with you. Out in the fields that stretch from horizon to horizon. Through early mornings and long days, we've been a part of your journey, met your families, and watched them grow alongside your farms. Each generation shares the same purpose, and every generation faces new challenges. But like those before them, they'll be ready, and so will we. Just like your family, we've grown step by step, steadily, consistently, stronger, bigger, smarter. We've grown from a small family business into one of the world's leading agricultural equipment manufacturers, enabling farmers to be the best in their fields. Because your challenges inspire us to think bigger, to push boundaries, to innovate. Today, we're nearly 12,000 people worldwide. Engineers, technicians, and specialists. United by one shared passion to provide reliable equipment to farmers who do the most important job on earth, feeding the world. We listen, and with your feedback, you've inspired us to create breakthrough innovations like the Claas Knotter, like the autopilot and autofill systems, like the Jaguar Forage Harvester, the most successful forage harvester in the world. With practical solutions to real-life experiences, we've become a trusted partner for farmers around the world. And you continue to inspire us to do more, to build more, to serve you better, with powerful machines to enable you to be the best in your fields. We're not just here to support your work. We're here to move your business forward, to help you achieve more. Season after season, generation after generation, for 112 years and counting. Whatever the future holds, new crops, new markets, new technologies, new demands, we stand behind you. Because we're not here to settle for the status quo. We're here to grow, building stronger machines, smarter technologies, better solutions, and deeper partnerships. Because there are those who are made, and those who are made for more.
Welcome, Katrina Klaas Mühlhäuser.
Welcome. It's showtime. And I'm so excited, it gives me goosebumps. I've talked to a couple of you already tonight, and I said, this is the day I've been waiting for like a year. And I'm really excited, so I hope you enjoy the show. Now, for those of you who I haven't met yet, my name is Katrina Klaas. I'm chairing the non-executive board and the shareholders committee at CLAAS, and I'm a proud member of the third generation of the Claas family. I brought you, should be there, a little picture of Gen 3 and Gen 4 members of my relatives and shareholders. That's not all, but it's everybody above 15 years old. So I'm not alone, but tonight it's only me. I always point out that the Claas family to me is not just my blood relations, but the shareholding family. It means members of the Claas family are also colleagues and partners and suppliers, and most importantly, our dealers and our customers, you. And that's why, next to the fact that we're planning to present a cute little new kitty cat to you, we have put this day under the motto, family. And I think this plays a role because many of you, if not most of you, are running a family business themselves, and I can relate to you. And I can relate because I've grown up next to the factory in Hazewinkel. I spent all my holidays on our family farm, I have watched my family dedicate their life to our company, and therefore supporting farmers with the best technology German engineering can get you. And I suppose, like me, most of you have climbed on machines instead of playgrounds, and you share my great love for great and big machinery. So, also, I know that amongst us we have honorable guests who might not know Claas as well, so I just give you a couple of facts. So, we've been around since 1913, so 112 years and kicking. We are Europe's largest agricultural machinery manufacturer and amongst the top global 5 with $5.5 billion of revenue. We've got 12,000 employees, 500 of these in the US, and we're a world market leader, and you've heard that right, before everybody else with the new product that we're about to present to you. But before we do that in a minute, I'll also talk a little bit about the other cool stuff. Also important, why are we here in California? The global launch of such an important product for Claas has never happened outside Europe. And the US alone is the single biggest market for our Jaguar. And you are the strongest, most professional farmers and custom cutters for forage harvest worldwide. And I think this is the one place where all big machines belong. And just to give you a bit of history about this hasn't happened overnight. Like in the film they said, it happened gradually. It's like any business. Everybody of you who has grown a business knows it doesn't happen overnight. And in the 1960s, we started with Ford, and we started building Ford combines back then. So if any of your grandparents ever owned one, because Ford didn't have combines back then, you might have been a Claas customer for a lot longer than you think. Then next, we started with Green Harvest and a Forage of equipment under the Claas brand in the 70s and the 80s. And finally also with combines ourselves under the Cat brand in yellow color in 1997. That's also when we built Omaha, our factory in Omaha. And finally, we're in a big step in 2019. We introduced our new Laxion combine, our flagship. We went to our seed green Claas brand in combines, plus we introduced tractors. I mean, the Xang had been there for quite some time, but our standard tractors in North America. That was a very big step. So I think now we're more than ready product-wise, and we have done a lot of stuff to adapt it to North American needs. We're enlarging our dealer network, and I think that is a very essential point for most of you every day. We aim to be absolutely unbeaten, number one in service and parts. That sells the next machine. Sorry, salesman, it's not you. So Eric Raby will tell us more about this in a minute. And also I want to point out, usually I bring my America's sweater, but not tonight. North America is so important to us that I travel here every 3 months. And a lot of our colleagues from the group executive board, from the top management, come more often. So even though we have 139 other countries we care about, this is so important. We look at our business with a very long-term vision. We can afford that because we're not market-driven, and we're interested in your long-term view. We want to know your views. We want to listen to you. And this is not just about machines, it's about people. We build the tools, you build the future.
Today, Claas is deeply rooted in North America, across generations. One factory, 2 parts depots, and more than 500 employees across North America. Backed by a growing dealer network. All built with one goal: to power American farming. Our connection with American farmland and its people began decades ago. In 1965, we partnered with Ford to deliver machines that start when called upon and run as long and hard as the farmers behind the wheel. In 1982, we opened our first production site in Columbus, Indiana. In 1999, we broke ground in Omaha, Nebraska, and began manufacturing combines right here on American soil with American know-how for the American fields. But the Claas story goes back even further. It all started in 1913 in Germany with one family and one idea: to build machines that make farmers' lives easier and their work more productive. That family spirit is still at the heart of everything we do. Claas is still family-owned today. Every choice we make is a long-term one, driven by responsibility, care, and a deep respect for the families who rely on our machines. When Helmut Claas decided to put his family name on every machine, it wasn't just a logo, it was a promise. A commitment to quality, innovation, and standing by farmers for the long haul. And now, the next generation of the Claas family has taken their place in the business, continuing what their parents and grandparents began. Because we've always believed that farming is more than a job. It's a legacy. It's early mornings and late nights. It's teaching the next generation how to care for the land and each other. For more than 100 years, Claas has stood with farming families around the world. Generation after generation, made for more.
Thank you. I love that story too. I could talk for hours, commenting all of that. It's like when, happened, what, why. We don't have time for that. We have something to present. But what we're trying to convey to you is we are a strong global player in ag. And we are able to support you no matter what on a top-notch basis. Please have that trust in us. We're absolutely professional, just as the rest of the pack. But we also have roots. That film is called Roots, and we talk family. So our ultimate goal is we want to enable you to be the best in your fields. And it's personal for me because I'm a farmer myself, and many of our team who are also taking care of you tonight originate from farms, so they know what you're talking about. So we listen to you, and I think we've shown that also in the products that we present to you, because it's your input that's gotten into them. I have traveled here, as I said, every 3 months, since 22, 23, 24, 25, so a lot of times since COVID is gone, because I want to hear your stories, I want to understand your business model, I want to see what this is all about, what we can do for you, and I really hope, and I think it's working, that if you lead by example, the whole organization is to take that way. So you're the center of our attention, and only if we create something that's of use to you, that is good for your business, it's going to be good for us as well. So we both profit from it. And I know, having talked to so many of you, having talked to farmers around the world, everybody's different. Everybody tells me all the time, oh, we're completely different than the rest. Yes, you are. I can say, yes, you are. Because you're farming or custom cutting or whatever on a different scale, in a different region, in a different crop. You have all those differences, the different challenges. And what we're trying to do, I can't promise you that we can always fulfill all your needs, like all of them, like to the last detail, because we still have to produce machines for the world. We try as hard as we can. And You inspire us. Thank you to all of those of you who have opened up their farms for me, who have welcomed me to their homes, who have explained their businesses to me, and we're learning. And that's why we picked the slogan, we're inspired by the best, by you. Thank you. Thank you to you. And basically, it's my welcome. I hope to see many of you after the show too. Now here's the man who drives the class spirit forward like no other here in North America. That's our Senior Vice President of Americas, Eric Raby.
Good evening and welcome. Glad to have you all here. So excited to be in front of you this evening. First of all, I'd like to thank Dennis and Katrina for getting us both kicked off here. We have a lot of exciting things that we want to show to you. Really, the foundation, we wanted to make sure we talked about that first, and I think what Katrina just talked about really set that foundational tone and the values that built CLAAS. So, to tell you a little bit about myself, just very briefly, as I said, I'm Eric Raby, Senior Vice President for Region Americas, responsible for sales, marketing, parts, and service across the U.S. and Canada. My job is to make sure that every farmer in North America who owns a piece of our equipment gets the machines, gets the support, and the service that they need to succeed on their farm and in their operation every single day, whatever it takes. I've spent my entire career in agriculture, and I know what it takes to keep farms running and productive. I grew up on a beef cattle, hay, and tobacco farm in western Kentucky. I even entered into the custom harvesting business when my family bought the first round baler in our county many, many moons ago. While getting my degree in agriculture, I had the chance to work in two separate dealer settings. First as an apprentice technician, then in sales. After college, I went through similar stints in service and sales, but now I was on the manufacturer side when I started with Heston in 1990. In both cases, service and sales, it became very apparent very quickly that I really wasn't good at either one of those, so now I'm in management. So we'll see how that pans out. So if you need anything fixed, I can direct you to the right person, but I'm not the right person. However, I've been very blessed to have the chance to work and live in many parts of the world and can say that it was all a great experience, but I absolutely love being here with all of our American, including our South American friends, and our Canadian friends here in California. So let's turn our attention to what brought us all together here tonight, and that's the CLAAS brand. CLAAS made its first permanent site a reality in the 1970s with a brand new facility in Columbus, Indiana. For many of you here, especially on the Forage side of the business, it became the first epicenter of self-propelled choppers in North America. The Omaha factory since 1999 has been producing combines with American craftsmanship for American fields. It's a 183,000 square foot production facility, but alongside that there's much more. We have a prototype workshop for continuous development, our own quality management department, and even a dedicated test track to put every machine through its paces before it ever reaches your farm. But we don't just ship machines and parts here. We build them for you right here on American soil. And as said before, we're not done growing. With over 100 acres of land at our site in Omaha, we have the space and we have the ambition to expand even further. Let's talk a minute about parts. We operate two strategically located parts depots in North America to really minimize the downtime for you. We really depend on our dealers, but also what can we do to support them, especially in harvest time. We're also growing our dealer network. We work hand in hand with our dealers across North America to help enable you to be the best in your fields. Our local service, parts, and support teams are ready with boots on the ground in every major ag region. When you choose CLAAS, you're not just buying a machine. You're buying into a full support ecosystem that's right there, close to you, when you need your Claas family. One more thing about parts is really the fulfillment. There's nothing worse than needing a part and not having it, and it's something that we take great pride in. And we've just gotten through with the milestone check. We now have a fulfillment rate of over 95% on all of our parts, that we reach those North America farmers quickly, even in the most remote regions, so very important. And we're stocking over 150,000 individual part numbers in our North America facilities here, so we always have the right part at the right time. Another one is service, very important. Our factory trained technicians are never far away when you need them. And from pre-season checks to in-season support, we truly stand behind every machine. Let's talk a little bit about the machines themselves, and I know you're all very excited to see what you've come here for, but talking about some of the products that we have, especially some of the flagship products. We understand what North America farmers need. They need big capacity, comfort, reliability, and technology that makes your life easier. From rice in California, corn and soybeans in the Midwest, to wheat and grains in Canada, our machines are engineered to deliver in every climate, every crop, and every condition this continent has to offer. North America farmers are some of the most productive and demanding in the world. Fields with twice the corn planting density compared to Europe, with yields that are much higher than we see in other parts of the world in ideal growing conditions that we have, like here in the Central Valley. You need machines that can handle that, and Claas delivers on those fronts. So some of the key machines that we do want to talk about, and you'll get to see more of a little bit later too. First of all, combines. The Lexion combines, more than a machine. It is the most fuel-efficient combine on the market and has set number of record-breaking acres per day records that we've set over the past years. The other one that I know is near and dear to everyone who is sitting here this evening, Jaguar forage harvesters. Truly inspired by the best. It is, without a doubt, the most successful forage harvester in the world. It's built for performance, tested in the toughest conditions, bar none. Some other products that we've brought to market recently include our Axion and Arian tractors, combining comfort, power, and technology, and engineered to handle North America workloads. And then also our full range of hay equipment, from liner rakes, disco mowers, quadrant balers. We have a full complement of hay products to offer for your haying needs. So whatever the job, whether it's hay, forage, grain, we've got the right tool for it. But one of the most important things that we rely on is customer voice when we're doing development. Your feedback truly shapes what we build and what we develop. And I'll give you an example. The new Jaguar that you're going to see this evening is the direct result of thousands of conversations with farmers like you, right here in North America. We listen, we learn, we delivered, because we're inspired by the best, each one of you. Because no one knows what a machine needs better than the actual people who are running it. So how does all this come together? The research, the listening, the testing, the building, it seemingly always has one key milestone, and that's the launch. While historically launches happen at major events around the world like Agritechnica or SEMA or Farm Progress Show or the World Ag Expo that's close to here, we wanted this launch to be as close to the people that it impacts as possible. And that's why we picked this setting that lets us come together in a meaningful way. And that is why each of you are here tonight. This happens to be our second global launch of a new flagship product for Claas, but here in the Western Hemisphere. The first was 2 years ago when we launched the new Xerion 12 series in Canada. So you are part of a much bigger launch, not only for North America, but for Claas as a worldwide group. You're now all part of the next big thing. And we're so very proud to be here with you, our fellow Americans, but also all of you who joined us from abroad. Really happy that you're here, and welcome to my home, the United States. This launch, however, is not the finish line. We don't do all this work just to get to this point. This is where it starts, is the launch. The next stop on our journey is to continually grow Claas here in North America, because we are made for more. We've built the infrastructure, we've built the machines, and we're building the future of Claas in the Americas, faster, stronger, and more locally focused than ever before. That's really what made for more means. More local support, more innovation, more solutions built around you and your operations. We're not slowing down, and neither should you. Each machine you're about to see plays its part in helping farmers like you and the generations after you be the best in their fields. Season after season, year after year, harvest after harvest. That's what Made for More really looks like. Today isn't just about words, though. It's about showing you what real Claas power looks like and innovation that goes into every one of our machines. It's very exciting for all of us. You've heard about our values, our scale, our commitment. My grandfather said to me one time, it's more about what you do than what you say you will do. So now it's time to actually see the lineup of machines that stands behind all that, our Claas product family. All driven by the same spirit that drives every farmer here tonight. Strength, passion, and the will to get the job done no matter how early or late in the day, no matter how hard the conditions. Always made for more. Let's bring them in.
Everyone. I've been thinking a lot lately about what matters most in life. And for me, that's easy. It's family. A family a lot like yours. We've been shaped by the land, and in return, we've shaped it too, season after season. Each generation finding their own way, taking their own path. And let me tell you, I couldn't be prouder of every single one of them. So today, let's take a look at what helps each generation succeed. Because with the Claas machines they trust, they are driving our family into the future, each in their own way, each with their own strengths, just like the machines they choose.
crops for years, and now it's my turn to grow with them. Our alfalfa grows faster now, and our farm work continues to grow. The disco has helped me keep up with the growth of the farm and keep the cutting of our crops in excellent shape. I've got my own way. The disco, that's how I keep my lines clean. They did it their way. Now it's my turn, my field, my rules. And sure, I'll keep the family legacy going, but I'll do it how I do everything else, my way.
Harvest starts with getting things in order. The liner gives me the control I need to make the swaths just right. Same way my dad taught me. I know I can count on it. It runs smoothly, and it does what I need it to do. These days, it's all about having tools that work with us, not against us.
Oh, Daddy, you and Grandpa are always like, the field has to look perfect. Just like when you tell me to clean my room. But when I bake, my machines are gonna do the hard work for me. They'll help me, like the CLAAS tractors. They've got helpers inside and makes farming kind of fun.
I've always known that I wanted to farm, just like Dad, and just like Grandpa. They brought us this far, now it's on me to take it further. To keep up with what's coming, I'll need machines that are built for the future. Like the Jaguar. Fast, powerful, and ready for whatever the day throws at me. Because it's not just about this season's harvest, it's about my future, my family's future. And for that, it's made for more.
much comfort. Now, it's this. Resilient, quiet, steady, won't quit. It's power like I never had, but sure wish I did. It's a comfortable tractor that can do it all, and then some. It takes the workload and stress off of you. It's smarter than I ever imagined a tractor could be. Makes me proud to see how far we've come. And knowing my grandkids are working with tools like this, well, that's something special.
Waiting on perfect conditions? Yeah, not really my thing. We make it happen. My generation moves fast, thinks smart, and expects machines that can keep up. The Lexion's got the speed, the tech, and the comfort to help me cover more acres without slowing down. And if something goes wrong, my Claas dealer is there fast. Dad and Grandpa had their way of doing things. Now it's my turn, and I'm here to get it done.
In times like these, when good decisions come down to good information, Claas Connect gives farmers like us the tools we need right at our fingertips. I can check how the machines are running, see what's happening out in the fields, and keep track of where everything's going, all from my phone, computer, or tablet. With Claas Connect, staying on top of things has never been easier. Good morning, Claas Connect. What's the plan for harvest today?
Good morning. Weather's looking perfect. Jaguar 990 is fueled up and ready to roll.
Nice. And how's the Lexion looking?
Also ready. I'm connected to both machines. Routes are planned, and diagnostics are all green.
You really do keep us a step ahead. Makes a busy farm day a little easier.
That's what I'm here for. More insight, more efficiency, and peace of mind.
And you're growing right along with us, season after season. At this point, you're family, and I don't think we'd want to farm without you anymore.
Because when you grow, I grow. Together, we're
made for more.
All of us here together, my family.
Every generation had its own challenges, but we kept going, and Claas was right there with us.
Helping us grow each day and every harvest.
Claas didn't just build machines. They built them for us. Farmers like us have always been made for more. Generation after generation.
Wow, what a lineup. What a moment. This right here, this is Claas power on full display.
That's right, Eric. So, which one's your favorite? Be honest, I know you already picked one in your head.
Well, for me, it's always tough to choose, but the Jaguar still gives me goosebumps.
Ah, goosebumps. Oh, you just wait till later. All right. Yeah, next to the Jag, I'd say the Lexion's another product that my wife gets tired of hearing about every night. But it's not all just about the machines, right, Eric?
You're absolutely right. Looking at this lineup, it's not just machines. It's answers to real work happening out there. The guys cutting hay in Kansas, the teams hauling silage in Wisconsin, the harvest crews chasing daylight in Nebraska. Whether you're cutting thick alfalfa with a disco, running a Lexion on high-yield corn, or chopping forage with the Jaguar, every one of these machines is built for your reality. And they're not designed in isolation. They're built based on what you've told us, as we said earlier. Your feedback, your phone calls, the conversations our teams have had out on your farms. That's what shapes these machines.
You know, Eric, every time I visit one of our dealers or our customers, I hear the same thing. You guys really built this with us in mind, and I know they're right. For example, my buddy Greg, he spends days and weeks and sometimes longer than he might want due to the season in his Lexion every year picking corn, and he doesn't hand out compliments very easily. But he says he prefers the cab of our Lexions over his Lazy Boy Recliner any day. And for me, that's what Made for More really means. It's not just a tagline. It's that moment that a farmer or even their kid says, yep, that's the right machine for the job.
So you asked me, I get to ask you now, what was your favorite? The Jaguar, the Axion, Lexion, or maybe even the Disco? Honestly, there is no wrong answer because every one of these machines here today was built with one thing in mind, helping you to be the best in your field. When we say made for more, we mean machines that deliver more performance, more efficiency, more uptime, more support when you need it, truly making your harvest life more comfortable.
Yeah, and just like everyone in the audience here tonight who keeps learning and adapting and improving their operations, this lineup reflects CLAAS generations. Every new model builds on the one before it and driving progress and innovation, and that's all together with you. It's also about more understanding, more listening. Every update, every feature, every new model you see here today was shaped by feedback from farmers and harvesters just like you. And really, you speak, we listen, and it's up to us. We have to deliver.
Absolutely right. Later tonight and tomorrow, you'll have the chance to get up close, climb in, and see the details for yourself. And trust me, it's worth it.
That's right. Inspired by the best. many of us would like to call a father of the Jaguar in the United States. He's leaving me huge shoes to fill. and that is the retiring head of sales, Mr. Bob Armstrong. CLAAS legend, and what many of us would like to call a father of the Jaguar in the United States. He's leaving me huge shoes to fill. And that is the retiring head of sales, Mr. Bob Armstrong. Yeah, Bob. It's always great to see you. Everybody loves seeing Bob Armstrong. And, you know, you've been with CLAAS for over 35 years. You've really shaped the Jaguar and honestly CLAAS overall in North America, and walked alongside so many of our customers on that journey. What's maybe been your role in growing this machine's legacy over the years?
Yeah, good question, Dennis. So, main thing is I really need to listen first. And I spent many hours in the fields, in the cabs, the kitchen table, in offices, listening to our customers, farmers, custom harvesters, and dealers on what their needs really are. And then it's a matter of taking those needs, giving them to the development team of engineers, explaining those needs, and letting them build to the machine's needs. So you could really say, Dennis, this machine that we're going to see later is inspired by the best.
Yeah, definitely, Bob. And you know, we've seen some pictures here behind us on these big screens this evening. And looking back, you've seen a lot of really special moments with this machine, not just in the fields, but in people's lives. What's maybe the most memorable moment that someone has shared with you involving a Jaguar?
Yeah, I've had the privilege of seeing how the Jaguar, what it means to our customers, not only on the job, but also to the family and in life. I've seen kids, as you've seen before up here, with toy Jaguars in front as they watch their father harvest in the background. I've seen prom photos with the kids going to prom with the Jaguar in the background. In fact, I got to tell you a story. So in 2003, my daughter came up to me, senior in high school, and said, you know, Dad, we really think it'd be cool if you could drop us off with a Jaguar. And I said, let me think about that. Okay, we'll do that. I was so proud that she asked, and we did that. And then you can also see back there, we saw a photo that it means so much in the lifestyle that we see Jaguar at weddings. And this particular one with the whole wedding party in sea green. So it was quite a thing to experience. These are the moments that's part of the family legacy, and these are the moments that remind us why we do what we do.
Yeah, Bob, and you've always been really close to our customers, listening to their stories, understanding their challenges, because that's what Inspired by the Best truly does mean. Taking input from the field and turning it into real innovation. How much of what we see in this new Jaguar that we're about to see comes from those conversations in the field? Can you maybe share a challenge or a need from a farmer that helped to shape this machine?
Yeah, I would say that nearly everything on this machine comes from those conversations. Get better, because they're the ones that are the experts. I do remember from different operators saying things like, I need to keep moving when crops get difficult, tougher. I can't afford downtime, crawling out of the cab, going down, adjusting the headers. That to me is something that stuck with me, and now I know that these new Jaguar not only has the chopper, but it has the headers developed to work with it again Not only new headers, wider crop flow to keep everything moving very smoothly. That's the kind of feedback that built this machine.
Yeah. Bob, you know, so after all these years and all these generations of machines, how excited are you about this one?
This one, holy cow, I'll tell you. I am really excited about this one. It's special because it's not only about right now, because this machine and heads are also important for the future, because this platform will move forward and be adjusted and more features put on in the future. So this one's really important. And it's something that is reflective of what we've done over the last 35 years to get to this point. And I know, you know, they were talking about that lazy boy. When I'm home in that lazy boy next year, I'll be watching all the feeds and on the phone bothering everybody to see how things are going.
Well, Bob, just like everybody else, I'm excited to get the phone call. And thank you for over 35 years of your passion, your partnership, you're putting farmers first. All these conversations with our customers have truly led to something very remarkable, because this machine wasn't built for them, it was built with them. We've listened to the challenges, we've reacted to make sure that the job gets done. We listened and we acted. With that, this is a moment we've all been waiting for.
Sometimes I just think I need more power, more throughput. Otherwise, I lose too much time. I need a machine that can keep up when it counts.
What good is technology if it fails when things get tough? Crop flow must never be the bottleneck. The machine has to handle every harvest condition.
I want to get more done in less time. If I can cover more width with an attachment, I make faster progress. That's what counts at the end of the day.
For me, it has to fit. Not just maximum power, but maximum efficiency. I want the machine to think for itself and deliver the power exactly when I need it.
My customers expect high-quality feed, and I can only deliver that with perfect kernel processing, even when the machine is running full throttle.
I sit here for hours on end. Every move counts. When I'm comfortable in the cab, I work better. Simple as that.
Inspired by the best.
High-quality feed.
When I'm comfortable in the cab, I work better.
I need a machine to keep up.
Simple as that.
More power.
That's what counts at the end of the day.
out. Give a big hand for the star of the show you just saw, and the best guy to talk to this exchange is Matt James.
Thank you. I am really humbly and honored to be here tonight to present the new machine. 30 years ago, our custom harvester switched on our farm and went to the Claas with a baby little 840. And now I get to walk you through the next generation and on top self-propelled Forage harvester. What a moment to see it for the first time. It's one thing to hear about it, which many of you guys were calling me, but it's another thing to see it.
That's right, Matt. And let's talk about this new one. I have to admit, it's hard to follow a show like that, right? But the truth is these machines aren't just looking impressive, they actually really are super impressive in the field, right, Matt?
Exactly. What really makes them impressive is under the hood.
Hey, all right, Matt, let's talk about the key updates and changes to this new Jaguar. Because we didn't just redesign it for the sake of it, we designed it with a purpose to meet the real needs of farmers and custom harvesters here in North America. You've heard the phrase inspired by the best, and that's not just a slogan, it's now how this machine was actually developed.
Yeah, the best means you, our owners, our farmers, our custom harvesters here tonight, our dealers, our service techs. We listen to everybody. I always joke that I travel more miles and more nights out with our product managers from Germany than with my wife.
Yeah, my wife's not too happy to hear about that sometimes too, but she knows how much we bleed seed green, right?
Yeah.
And your feedback, your frustrations, your wish lists, we really did turn those into benefits. That's what this machine is made of. So, Matt, you know we've seen amazing and reliable results in the field this past year. We're also increasing performance with power and headers, right?
Yeah, that's right. We have up to 1,110 horsepower delivered through our since 1994 transverse mounted engine. We have the largest knife drone in the industry at nearly 36 inches. We'll have a corn cracker that is huge, 12.2 inches in diameter. And we also come with a completely new range of hay heads and corn heads. All of this combined with bigger shafts, bigger bearings, heavier frames, makes this machine a beast.
Exactly. We know the challenges in the field, and this machine is designed to tackle them head on. From down crop to huge windrows, we really do it all, right, Matt?
That's right. It's not just an evolution. It's a Jaguar built on today's demands from you.
And with you in mind every step of the way. And I think what we should do is look into how we turn those dreams and ideas into reality. Let's take a look at our Claas Design Studio in Germany.
We are excited to unveil the Jaguar 1000 series. The final chapter in our groundbreaking design journey. Welcome the Jaguar into our Claas family design. The Jaguar is now aligned with the Claas product portfolio, and the Y-shaped design is giving it a new dynamic.
Strength you can see. Our Y-shaped design highlights the durability and performance you can rely on.
With the arrival of the Jaguar 1000 series, our Claas design shines brighter than ever before.
This generous design ensures a clear and consistent look, making the machines instantly recognizable as a Claas machine. The new taillight gives the Claas machine a modern and cohesive look. A real highlight for those who value both design and quality.
The Jaguar 1000 series is designed to impress and perform like never before.
Pretty neat, right? Yeah, that new Y-shaped design on the side of the machine, it's a new design language that you're gonna see in all the next generations of Claas machines. You learn what just inspires us. Now, let's take a closer look at how that spirit translates into real everyday benefits for you. We're gonna walk you through some of the new Jaguar's benefits so you can see for yourself what makes this machine truly made for more. Matt, we have huge increases in throughput, which all starts at the front whenever this machine goes into the crop. So go ahead and tell us what all is actually changing.
Yeah, we have new heads, like the new 35-foot, 14-row corn head, as well as a bigger on-top 15-foot pickup. We have bigger feed rolls, bigger cutter head for more crop flow. We not only change crop flow, but also in the spout. The spout, we offer a hay spout and a corn spout, so we have really quick changeover. But it's not always in all of those details. But for example, with the pickup, we no longer have any chains on the pickup or clutches. No clutches means no ratty-tat-tat when we hit a big clump like every other header out in the industry. That just makes this machine feed like a beast.
You got that. And we definitely know that it's all about the cow, right? For all of our customers. So how does this machine keep them healthy by still offering phenomenal processing capabilities?
It really starts at the feed rolls. We have now 4 hydraulic cylinders for hydraulic pre-compression that really crush that crop down so we can get better chalk quality. Then you take that with the wide feed rolls, the bigger cutter head that's more flexible. We can run half knives so we can have a huge range of length of cut. We also have the largest corn cracker in the industry, so we can have more surface area to grind up those kernels, break up that cob, and break up the stalk, which all of that in turn helps us make more melt and higher rates of gain.
Exactly, Matt. I love it. And what will make our customers love their daily lives even more with this all-new cab?
Yeah, we've got a larger cab. You guys saw Big Jim come in, the 400-pound office tackle out east. He fits in that like a lazy boy. The cab is super quiet. We have more visibility. Our windows are higher so we can see our end caps with those big long spouts. We have a new standard premium seat that is heated, cooled, and pivoting. We have also left-hand joystick steering. As you see him come in, he had the steering wheel up. So now your shoulders are going to be more comfortable when you're out there driving than those 18-hour days. He's also got the foot pegs to keep him more comfortable. And then you top it off, we have our new CMIS 1200 that has now live yield mapping, and they can send that to your Claas Connect.
Exactly, up in our game, right, Matt?
Yeah.
And so easy to use, amazing comfort all day, as well as later after the job is done, when making those crucial decisions or giving detailed info to your nutritionist or your customer, utilizing Claas Connect. So, all right, Matt, we can put a bigger engine in a machine, and we did it, 850 to 1110 horsepower, but what makes this machine so efficient?
Yeah, Dennis, we've got up to 1,110 horsepower in the hood. We've got our direct drive that we've always had. It puts the power to the crop flow. And couple that with dual hydraulic header drive, we can really fine-tune both the pickup times, the auger, or on the Orbis, the gathering drums, and the feed cones coming in. So we can have a really good smooth crop flow to really increase capacity.
Exactly, Matt. And the result is strong performance and max efficiency. So, Matt and I really hope you see just how we have listened to you to put together a full solution that is really going to change the game in chopping. This isn't just a new Jag. It's the biggest one ever, and it's proof that when we say made for more, we mean it. So just to summarize everything we kind of walked you through, here's a quick film.
We're not just speeding things up. We're nailing it every step of the way. With those motors hitting 1,110 horsepower and the widest drop flow on the market. Well, we sure managed to crank up our production by a whole lot more than we ever expected.
I suppose I worry a tad less these days, knowing that long working hours are much more comfortable now. A new ergonomic seat position with joystick steering, all in the quietest cabin ever experienced. And with a quick and great access for maintenance, we are putting the work out of working.
Couldn't be prouder of the chop quality we're putting out these days. With fully hydraulic pre-compression and automatically aligned drive lines, you can easily check the silage quality with Claas Connect. But honestly, you can just tell by feeling it, and it feels right.
The CMOS Auto Performance is a real game changer, giving me the right power at any time. And the grader working with does have a great impact on what we can deliver. All in all, we have far more throughput in the same time, and we are extremely efficient. It is truly inspired by the best.
Definitely inspired by the best, Matt, for sure.
Well.
All right, so what you all have seen is a completely new machine. We will continue to have the 900 series that's out there, but this is totally on top. And I think right now, as you've heard all the evening long, we are a family here at Claas, and I'd like to take this opportunity for a special occasion to invite Katrina Klaas-Moonhauser and Bob Armstrong up to do a little surprise.
I know, you didn't know about this. I know you didn't know about this, Bob. But as we're here as a family, I think we should also honor your life's work for Claas. And it really, now I get really emotional. I mean, you've been here 35 years, you said, right?
That's right.
So I was a kid. I've known you all my life. I mean, seriously. And it means a lot to me because I know you've been here for all of us for a long time. And I really want you now, not just a little bit, give us a big applause for Bob, please. You deserve it. You've been here for all of you. It's such a long time. It's really good. And I think that deserves a little something that we want to give to you tonight. And just to give you a little fun fact, I remember in 2008, I remember that so vividly because it was shortly after Lehman went bust, a week after. We were driving here in California, and I was asking him, this is so, like, what's happening? And he said to me, well, Katrina, you know what, I don't understand it either, but I know one thing. My pension fund is going down the drain. Now I'll have to work until I'm 85. So I hope not quite, but we're getting closer. But still, I just thought that was very funny. But
Thank you, Vince.
So
And I had to mute 56 seconds here as they were playing a song that might turn into be a copyright problem. So, if you want to know what song was playing, it was If You Want to Get to Heaven by the Ozark Mountain Daredevils. So, if you want to know how it went here, go to your iTunes, put that song on for the next probably 40-some seconds, and you'll know what I'm talking about. This was pretty cool because they're driving this CLAAS Jaguar out here, and it has a special gift for Bob Armstrong in the hay pickup. I mean, I guess I could sing the song that was playing right now, and then it would not be a copyright issue, but I don't think anybody wants to hear me sing. All kidding aside, though, this was quite an event CLAAS had put on right here. That light show that you seen up above that stage just earlier in this video, that was all done by drones. I didn't even know that was possible, but that was pretty cool.
I do. I've heard them, and these are absolutely awesome. And he's a big fan, and he does it all from different wood. He explained it to me once, and he said if he doesn't make it in color, he uses different types of wood to just make it a bit darker and so on. It's no paint, just that. And we auctioned some of those. I think even at USCHI ones, so you might have seen that before. This is your
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thanks
you for all you
everybody.
did.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Pat. Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, this is so great. You just don't know. And I've been kind of waiting for this all my life too, to get to a point where I really see how far we've come from 35 years ago. First self-propelled chopper I was involved with from CLAAS was a 695, 354 horsepower. And now we're triple that horsepower. It's unbelievable. And we have pickups that really work good now. That's funny.
You haven't said that.
These guys know me. They know. So, you know, I appreciate all the relationships that we've built in Canada and the U.S., the personal friendship I have with a lot of you from Brazil and Argentina as well, and Mexico. So thank you very much. This is a great going away party. Thank you, Katrina.
Yeah, thank you. Now we're going to celebrate a little bit and have a look at the machine.
Exactly. So, with that, I'd like to have all the drivers come on in, please. Because this wouldn't have been possible without all of you.
Now, let's get up close and personal with the new 1000 series CLAAS Jaguar forage harvesters. I did get to see one of these run a few weeks ago, but I was not able to post any of those pictures or videos because it was a pre-series. But now it's public. I can post that video, and I'm going to have the opportunity to video a couple of these this fall in corn. And while I was out here in California, also got to spend some time in the field with them. So stay tuned for more videos of the Jaguar 1000 series. And as I end this video, here is a few clips of one of the new CLAAS Jaguar 1200s out here with the 14-row corn head, chopping corn in California. I will have more videos coming. I got a lot of footage out here. Anyways, as we close this out, I want to give a big thanks to CLAAS of America for inviting me out here to this event. This was a wonderful event, and if you want to do your part, go down there, hit that like button, feel free to leave a comment, and if you're new to my channel, I would certainly appreciate if you would hit that subscribe button, and you can also follow me along on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Farmhand Mike. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next video.